Hello everyone and welcome to round 6 of the AOR Season 12 GP2 League. We are at Monaco, one of the most dangerous tracks in the world and definitely the most dangerous on the calendar. We are just starting our lap now onto the DRS, braking as late as we can into turn 1. We have messed it up a tiny bit, but we'll get away with it. We're just clipping the outside barrier. Luckily we don't get any damage, so we're going to run it up here. Wasn't the best start to the lap ever, definitely not the worst, but as you can see at the top right corner and in the middle of the screen, this is our final lap. The checkered flag is out, the timer is running down, so we have just got this lap to improve. At the moment our best is a 12.4, which is currently good enough for 3rd place. We went a bit wide through Mirabel there and a bit wide through the hairpin, and we're currently a 10th down on our laps, so it's not looking too good at the moment. We're going to have to have a monster final sector to get back into this, but I know I can do it, so let's see what we can do. Down into chicane now, braking late, keeping it on the track, beautifully taken there. We've gained about half a tenth. Now how can we go through to back? Flat out more or less through to back, beautiful corner, and we've gained some time there. We've got a purple middle sector, look at that through the new swimming pool, beautiful. And as we throw it into Rasgas, we've taken a wider line to give us better exit speed. Into the final corner, we're going to power it on DRS. Can we take pole position for the first time this season? Yes we can. Pole position by less than a tenth of a second. But good lord, that was a good lap. That was a stressful lap as well. As you can see, we have taken pole position from Surprise Me by 7/100ths of a second. So I don't think he's going to be too pleased about that, but we have taken pole. Surprise Me in 2nd place. AOR Raikkonen in 3rd, Maestro in 4th, Coldhead 5th, Varzak 6th, Iceman 7th, Carmundo 8th, Gord 9th, and the Mighty Midget down in 10th. Gymnast is 11th and Hayatsa is 12th. So hopefully we can convert this pole position into a win. So let's see what we're going to do here on the start of the Monaco Grand Prix. We have 5 red lights. We have lights out and away we go. It's a decent start. We're on the ultra soft tyres and Surprise Me's on the super softs. We've got a better start than him. We've rode into turn 1. We've kept the position. I'm not sure what the stewards are going to say about Surprise Me. He did qualify on the ultra softs and then destroyed his vehicle and changed to the super softs, which is of course illegal. So the stewards might have a word with him about that. I might end up getting a penalty, but I don't think he does too well in this race anyway. But still, rules are rules. So we're going to try and hold the position from Surprise Me here. Don't know how well we're going to be able to do that, but we've got the lead, and obviously it's very hard to overtake around Monaco. So we're going to see if we can just keep Surprise Me and everybody else behind here. So we're just going through the tunnel now. We've already built up a tiny gap to Surprise Me, who has been followed closely by my teammate AOR Raikkonen. We've got a bit of a messy chicane there, cut the corner a tiny bit. We get away with it, losing time a little bit as well. We had a very messy corner, but as you can see we're not pushing that much at the moment. We're just trying to keep it on the track, lifting off through most of the corners. The barriers are very close to this track, and as the Mighty Midget pointed out, you might as well take a little bit of time out of each lap just to make sure you don't put it in the barrier. It doesn't matter where you qualify, as he says, which I tend to disagree with a little bit. It's better starting on pole than 10th, but yeah, you need to keep it out the barriers like he says, and let's hope we can do that throughout this video. As Surprise Me is staying with us, to be fair, on the super softs, so he's doing a good job. But as we cut through now to lap 3, we have built a tiny gap to Surprise Me. It's not the biggest gap in the world, it's probably just under a second. We have gone purple in the 1st sector, and as you can see there, we've got 8 tenths ahead of Surprise Me, so not doing too well at the moment. Surprise Me obviously on the super softs. Oh, and we've got a virtual safety car, and the virtual safety car is out. Looks like someone's had a moment somewhere and binned it in the wall, so now we have to keep to a delta pace. So if we go into the red, we will get a 15 seconds to drop back into the green, otherwise we get a penalty. So obviously we're just trying to keep it in the green now. We're off 2nd up, so now so there we go, we've just gone into the red. So now we're going to slow down, get back into the green, and just try and keep it into the green. And as you can see, we're cutting to the end of the lap. The virtual safety car has gone back in. We have returned to racing speed, and we have pulled out a bit of a gap now. Surprise Me on the restart. Seems to be just over a second now. I'd say about 1.6 seconds. So let's hope that we can keep that gap to Surprise Me now. and let's hope that myself and my teammate can get some good points today. But you never know what's going to happen. It is Monaco, and AOR has just left the section now. We've got a purple first sector, that's promising. But we need to be pulling away from Surprise Me, really. He's on the super softs, they're not as good as these ultra softs, so we should be pulling away from him. So let's see what we can do. The engineer saying we've got no rainfall expected today. Thanks for that, mate. I didn't notice that all over the blue skies, but you know, we can we have a bit of humour. We're a bit deep into the chicane there, but we'll get away with it. That's his one horrible corner, that chicane. It's very difficult to get right as you're braking downhill, bumpy as well. So definitely not one of my favourite corners on the calendar, not even on this track, just around the calendar. Raskas, another one, look at that, straight away locked up. Barely even braking, are still locked up. But yeah, we need to try and settle into like a little mojo, if you like. Try and find a little way around this track without chucking it into the barriers. As you can see from just turn 1 there, we've got front wings littering the track all over the place. So we're going to have to be careful as well. I don't think that this game takes it to an extent as that you will get a puncture running over the front wings, but let's not take that risk, shall we? And as we now cut on to the end of lap 15, nothing really has happened since then, and we're going to come in for our pit stop. As you can see, tyres on 64%, that's no good. So we're going to come in, we're going to put the super softs on. Are we going to get a quicker stop than last week, boys? No, we're not. It's 2.8 seconds. Bloody hell. What are we doing, boys? And we've got grandma's in on job. Bring your grandma to work there. Come on, boys. It needs to be quicker than that. My mate Midget over here has got a 1.9 second stop, and I'm here with 2.8 seconds. It's not good enough, boys. It's not good enough. I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to have to go to Toto and Paddy after this race and have a word, because it's not good enough. And Midget has taken the lead. He still has to pit, but yep, he did tell me in the party at the time that he pitted that he did have a 1.9 second stop. So those Ferrari boys doing the job. The Mercedes boys, we need to get some practice in, don't we, boys? So yep, let's see how well we can keep up with Midget here. I'm assuming he's going to be pitting soon because he's on the ultra softs. They're not going to be lasting much longer than 16 laps. So let's assume that Midget's going to pit at the end of this lap. We will re-inherit the lead with Varzak will be in net second place, and I believe Coldhead will be behind that, and then Midget in 4th after his pit stop. But we'll see how it all works out. We're into the chicane now, beautifully taken that time. We're actually liking these super softs at the moment. We can see why Surprise Me was gaining on us. The super softs are actually quite nice. Maybe not as grippy as the ultra softs, but they do wear quite quickly. So at the end of this lap, we should expect Midget to pull off to the right here, and yes he does. There he goes into the pits, and we have a clear track ahead of us, and we are going to retake the lead at the beginning of lap 17, and we're going to just try and keep everyone behind, and hopefully we can win this race. We've got onto the end, the middle of lap 19, sorry, and Taylor the Vol has binned it. We've got 2 yellow flags out on the track. Oh, we're gonna get a safety car, boys. It is a safety car for this race, and well, that's not helped us one bit, has it? Because we had a bit of a gap to Varzak and Coldhead, and that gap's just been completely wiped out, unfortunately. But as we skip on to the beginning of lap 20 now, we're all behind the safety car. And Codemasters, if you're watching this, I hope you are, please can we get something fixed, because look, it's telling us to pass it now, and I've been told by my superiors in AOR not to pass the safety car, otherwise it starts glitching the game. So we stay behind it, tells us to pass it again, and all my guys are like, bloody hell, what's going on? It's telling us to pass it. Coldhead's gone, Surprise Me's gone, Barzak's all over the place, the safety car's just driven through 2 drivers. Come on, Codemasters, sort it out, please. I mean, come on. I mean, I know it's hard, but you're paid to do this stuff, man. Come on, get it sorted. Anyway, Varzak's gone for a move up the inside during the safety car. We had a front wing fly off there. Looks like might even have been a surprise me, his front wing flying off there, so that's unlucky for him. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're gonna hopefully get to the safety car restart now. Here we are, and I believe Varzak had a bit of a problem in there as well, so Coldhead is now in 2nd place with Mighty Midget in 3rd. So we are going to lead the safety car restart here. I'm going to go over the safety car line now, and we are going to power out to the final corner and try and get a good start here. We've got to jump on a Coldhead, so we're going to keep the position. It's looking good so far for the win, but still a long way to go. 16 laps we have to do before we get to take home the trophy, so we've just got to keep it together. Monaco is Monaco, so it's never easy around here, so we're just going to do our best to try and keep it on the track, keep it out of the barriers, and keep it ahead of Coldhead and the rest of the field. Into the hairpin, hit the curb on the inside a little bit, so not too happy about that, but we are streaking a little bit of a gap now on Coldhead. We started pulling away a little bit of the Ferrari. The Ferraris is second and third, so they're going to be bringing home a nice points all. I believe my teammate had an issue earlier on in the race with Varzak, I believe. I think it was lag involved, but I believe Finch got barged out of the way, shall we say, and lost his front wing. So unfortunately, as you can see on the radar, the yellow dot, he is quite far behind. I believe he's in 6th place. But we have got on to lap 39 now. We are on the final lap of the race, and we are 2 seconds ahead of Coldhead. We're just taking it easy on this last lap, not going to chuck it in the barriers, we're not going to bin it. We are going to come around the final corner to take our first ever win at Monaco and our second of the season. Get the frick in there, to quote Fizzy Fan 91. Loving it, guys. What a win that is. We finished ahead of Coldhead by 1.5 seconds. That'll do me. Could have been a tenth of a second, I don't care. I've won Monaco and I am extremely happy. A lot of guys got penalties, but we've got Coldhead in second, Midget in third, Adam 4th, Gord 5th, Riley Boy 6th, Racken in 7th, Genius 8th, and I believe that puts me up to either 4th or 3rd in the championship now. So I am closing in on the leaders, although that probably is my best track of the season. So yeah, not much more we can say about it, guys, but I've been AOR Bigsy and I will see you next time.